Grand afternoon and bright blessings to all of my pedal patrons. I hope you guys are doing well. It is Wednesday. It is Mercury Day. It is a 2 Universal Numerological Energy Value and Frequency Day, which is about choices and changes. And if the universe isn't telling on itself, then I don't know what to tell you. So many sexy things happening today that are going to benefit all signs, but I'm going to break it down into cardinal, our fixed, and our mutables based upon the sexy that's taking place today. So everyone gets a little bit of something fun today, and then we drive this energy into the portal frequency tomorrow of a 3 divine feminine frequency day, getting us all prepared for all the sexy that's going to be taking place on Saturn Day, when this next big energy comes together. So I will show you the map here in just a second, but today we had a cazimi, which is where the sun had its conjunction with Papa Saturn. That took place at 5 o'clock this morning. At 6:33, the moon sign shifted out of Gemini and into Cancer. It loves being there. You guys know this. And we have Jupiter that's sitting there, which is exalting all of the elements of the 4th house frequency. Okay. Highlighting and activating a lot of different things specifically for our cardinal signs. So Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, okay? Because Jupiter is involved, because we have trines coming in today with Mercury, that is involving and activating all of our mutable signs. And then of course our fixed signs don't get left out of the situation either, but we all have a different version of assignment. I'll get into the map here in just a second, but when we are experiencing this element of this Saturn, and we all have Saturn in our chart somewhere, it's going to be either in the 1st all the way through the 12th house. It's your first opportunity to see what the universe has designed for you in order to make some adjustments. So if you're using the calendar year of January as New Year to sort of set the pace for what you are wanting to receive, things went really freaking slow for you because of all the retrogrades and all the other changes and challenges that we had to go through, including this freaking Pisces Mercury retrograde was just absolutely bananas, and it was trash. But it was good if you're working with and you understand how these alignments are working to get you to think about what you need to shift and change and or create a list, reprioritize some things, scratch some things off, put some check marks on some things so that you can keep moving forward in your own personal growth. So we had that big one today. Also, the sun has a sextile with Pluto, the change maker. So we get all of the fixed signs involved in the Pluto alignments that are taking place this week as well. Every single one of us today, if you haven't already started a version of what you would like to experience, today's the day to get your list out, get a piece of paper, identify what's sitting on the shelf that needs to come back off, dust it off, your ideas, the things that you want to accomplish, new programs, new whatever. It's going to be different for all people, but today the universe is going. If you are making a concerted effort to put energy into this thing, we are creating some harmonious spaces for you over these next several weeks and months to be able to jump in on this action. Remember, there's no retrogrades that are going to show up until May. So this is an open opportunity to jump in using that whole Aries season in order to highlight and expedite whatever else it is that you have going on. Insert cute commercial here before I go to the map. This is why I created the 2026 Prosperity Series. So pedal patrons, you would have seen your email. I talked about it yesterday on live. If you go to the website and you're interested, there are specific days in the program section, every single alignment date this year, that is a day for you to maybe do some specific work. Sometimes you don't know what to do on certain days, and so we will have an opportunity to talk about those. And if you want me to do the midnight manifestation based upon your requirements with the angelics, that's what the ticket price is for. And if you want to have the conversation, that's the 9 o'clock series that is open through Zoom for the conversation portion. And then I do the work at midnight. You don't need to be there. Okay, so tickets are still available for tomorrow and the 30th. Go to the place and do the thing. Email, text, message, whatever the case may be if you have any other questions. But I highly encourage you guys to be doing something today and then putting effort into it tomorrow if you're not working with me. And then for sure, that's 3 for sures on Monday the 30th, because Mama Venus moves into the sign of Taurus. Let's pull up the map so I can show you the other things that are showing up this week. Okay. The greens are the perfect trines. These are the harmonies. And tonight, the last harmony that is actually going to station is Mercury on this Mercury day with the Jupiter and Moon in this Cancerian position. Love that. What's taking place as we speak is the fact that we're experiencing a square between the sun and the moon. So the sun in Aries and the moon that is hanging out here in Cancer, that's okay, because it's, you said you wanted to do these things. Why do you really care about the things that you said you wanted to do, giving you the opportunity? Earlier, we had the same sort of a conversation with the Neptune squaring the moon. That was this morning. And it's like, okay, you talked about all these things that you wanted to accomplish, but can you really take all of that in at the moment? Or can we start whittling this down into bite-sized chunks for you? That's what the energy of today truly, honestly is about. And that's actually a really good place to be. The other fun thing is that the sun here in Aries is having this sextile. The purple lines are the opportunities that Pluto in Aquarius to say, okay, we're going to highlight the potential for the changes to take place. Sextiles are neutral. Okay, they're neither good nor bad. If you're making the space for things to take place, then you're going to be supported with all of those. And then, of course, the bigger quincunx that we're seeing here, the yellow lines are, I'm going to make space in my emotional heart and the other things that are going forward to allow these shifts and changes to take place. That's the bulk of the whole sexy of the day, but it involves every single one of the groups. So again, cardinal signs, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn, you have to be ready to start making some additional moves, because the choices that you make today are setting you up for an extremely long period of time. We're talking decades, okay? We're talking 30 years. And so don't be nervous. Just start thinking about the fact that you are positively going into a direction for the remainder of the next 30 years, okay? So there's some things that you may want to talk yourself out of, or there may be some things you want to talk yourself into that are going to help you. Again, whittle your list down into bite-sized parts. Then, because of the placements that we have, especially with the Pluto in Aquarius and the solar energy that's coming in, that brings in our fixed sign Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius. You guys actually have more to do in one sense. Because you're fixed signs, you need things to be the same way, but this time period is asking you to make a modification. There's something that you need to stop doing that was going to bring you more energy. And maybe it's something you're thinking about way in the future, and the universe is like, let's bring it into alignment right now. Let's start making these little mini changes, and then we can lock in. You have to identify what that is, but it's going to mean you guys all need to do something to start changing it so that you can receive the benefits and the accolades. Seriously, honestly, that's what it's about for you. Don't think about things so far in the future that you lose yourself in what it is that you can start to do today. And then the mutable signs, of course, are going to be our Geminis, our Virgos, our Sagittarius, and of course our Pisces, with all of this energy that's going on with Saturn and of course Mercury jumping in on this conversation. This is about fortunes changing for you guys as well, but it's about letting go of anything that is emotionally dragging you down. Whoever, whatever, wherever is not emotionally filling your cup, you need to let them go. Let it go. Start the process of, why are you the right person? Why is this the thing? And if it's not working and you're not getting what you want, that is going to be really in your face the next couple of days. On Friday, I neglected to mention this, but Friday the moon turns into the sign of Leo. So you'll find some opportunities there as we're energizing ourselves for this particular week. It's a great day to get started if you haven't had that opportunity. And as always, may you receive everything it is that you need, everything that you want and desire, and may you continue to find the beauty in all things. And if I can be of support to you, just reach out in one of these little locations here, and I am glad to add my energy into what it is that you're trying to create. Many blessings, my friends. We'll talk to you later. Bye.